Your next debater for Team West Coast. Please give it up for Kate Willett!
Hello. All right, folks, let me pose a question to you. If you wanted the answer to the question, oh, who's worse to date, men or women, who would you ask? You would ask a bisexual. They would be able to settle that. Guess what, my friends? I am bisexual and I am bicoastal. So we're going to settle a lot of shit right now. There are many things that people make fun of on the East Coast about my hometown, home side of the country, the West Coast, that are actually pretty great, okay? Crystals. People make fun of crystals. Yeah, I get it. It's hilarious. But you want to know something? It's pretty convenient to have a surefire way to know who's crazy, all right? Walking around with that shit. You want to know another great thing about crystals? I don't have to listen, okay? If my friend has a problem, instead of doing the active, like, oh, you know, that really must be hard for you, I can just hand her a rock, okay? It's extremely convenient. I get it. Like in the East Coast, we got great pizza, great bagels. You know, on the West Coast, they have horoscopes, and there's something great about that too. Yeah, if you're fighting with your roommate, let's say, you know, you're a jerk and you leave all your dishes in the sink. You know, this example is not from my life. But instead of having to apologize and take responsibility for the conflict you created, you can just blame it on Mercury retrograde, okay? That's a thing that you can really do on the West Coast. I've done it a lot of times, and it works out great. Nobody's ever questioned it. You can even abbreviate it to Mercretch. That's fine. It's not just acceptable socially, you can bust it out in a professional situation. That's something that you can do on the West Coast. Can you do that here? No. Here, you have to, like, if you're in a professional situation, I've noticed that men wear suits, okay? Men, they dress up, suits, ties, all right, but like, you're never gonna get to see how good a man looks in a pair of jeggings, all right? We have that on the West Coast. It looks great. Have you ever walked around on the street and been like, wow, I really wish that there was someone around me who might be able to chop down a tree for no reason? Okay. Well, we have guys that look like that on the West Coast. I don't think that they can really chop down trees, but they look like they can. We've got better sad guys on the West Coast. Okay. Cars. Now, this is a point of contention for a lot of people on the East Coast. I get it, there's something really nice about public transportation. It's environmentally friendly, but you can have sex in a car, all right? You can have sex in a car. You can't have sex on a train. If you do, you get in really big trouble. I know that. It's not good. Texting while driving, all right? That's another thing. It just makes your life really exciting for a minute. I like spending hours in traffic. You know, it's a good time to kind of contemplate. Where is this all going? Literally and metaphorically. I enjoy it. All right. You make plans with someone on the East Coast. All right, let's say we're friends. Let's just say, I know it's pretty far-fetched, but let's just say I agree to meet you at 3 o'clock. What I'm gonna have to do is get ready, leave my house with an appropriate amount of time. I'm gonna have to get on the train and I'm gonna have to show up at our agreed upon location within a 10-minute window of the time that we said we would meet. In California, you don't have to do that at all. You can just not come. It's so relaxing. The other person probably didn't come either. You can maintain friendships just by keep making pretend plans with someone. You can do this for years. Let's hang out. Oh, how about Friday? That sounds great. You can both know that you're full of shit, but you can keep it going for a really long time. I have 20-year relationships of this nature at this point. Flaking is the best. It has a bad rap, but it's really great. Okay. Have you ever looked around at our current political situation and thought, what if I didn't have to do anything about this? What if this wasn't my responsibility? Or maybe you felt burdened by the emotions of your friends or family, the needs of others. Have you ever wished that there was just one really quick way to get out of all obligations? Well, my friends, in California, that is what we call self-care, okay? That is what we do when we don't want to show up for you. We don't have to. Taking some me time, all right? Okay, stoners. Well, so weed is legal in California. I think that's a really good thing. You know, one thing I noticed when I moved to the East Coast is nobody was ever trying to tell me to. I moved to the East Coast. I live here. I thought I was bicoastal, man. That's what's going on. Yeah, but stoners, I don't know. Everybody thought that I was. Why did I move here? I'll tell you why I moved here. Okay, so I'm a very neurotic person, and in California, people were always telling me to relax, right? People were telling me to chill out, but what I noticed from being here is that everybody thought that I was working really hard. Like, if I just walk around looking frantic in New York, people are just like, oh, that's what we're like. Like, in California, I got a ton of credit for that. It was awesome. Okay, people on the East Coast are close with their families. Families are annoying. They're really bad. Yeah, I don't really have to go into that any further, you know. Your families. The weather, okay. You know how nice it is to be depressed on like a cold, snowy, terrible day when it's raining outside, or just in your house and you're just like, wow, like I'm just really in my self-pity and I feel good here? Well, it feels twice as good to do that on a sunny day. I'll tell you that. Dating. In the East Coast, people date. We don't do that in California. We hang out, right? Like, we don't go out to dinner with each other, which is fine because I'm not hungry. I just, if you just want to make out with somebody or hang out or whatever, you can totally do that. True story, my parents have been married for 40 years. They live in Los Angeles, California. My mom called me a few weeks ago to say that she is not going to live with my dad anymore because she's having a really good time staying on her own, seeing her friends all the time. And she's like, we're not going to get divorced. I just realized that I don't want to see your dad every day. I just want to see him once a week. So even my parents, after 40 years of marriage, have decided that it's preferable to be friends with benefits. There's something to it. It's that West Coast chill vibe. Lastly, California, all up and down the West Coast, that is the easiest place to start a cult, right? And if you're a fun, charismatic person, you're wondering what you're gonna do with your life, it's always nice to just really have that backup plan, okay? I mean, on the East Coast, it's like, oh, what am I going to do? Finance? No, okay? It's nice just to have the potential of a cult in my back pocket. All right, thank you so much.